One last political issue that I would like to talk about before we get to the podcast.
Oh,
Lauren has a lovely podcast, as you can see, Fighting Commentary. We highly recommend that everybody goes there, like, subscribe, watch some videos, make some comments. Gotta boost up our buddy here. But one last thing that I do want to talk about, which I think is important, we saw what the establishment was willing to do to Bernie during the primary, the lengths that they were willing to go to make sure that he did not become the nominee, the cultivating of every single candidate and resource that they could to basically make sure that it looked like Biden was the one and Bernie was just out there in the wind. The two non-establishment candidates in the mayoral race are Dianne Morales and Andrew Yang. And I do believe right now, it seems pretty clear to me that the Democratic Party machine of New York City is trying to get everybody behind Scott Stringer. That's what it appears is happening. Now, I could be wrong because I'm not in the city. I'm only looking at...
He wants to know if you know the inside scoop to what's going on there.
So I am like all cards in on Dianne Morales. I know Andrew Yang. We've talked. I find him to be a very compassionate human. But some of the things that he has a lot of gaffes, and doesn't seem to quite get, like, he went after like little, like, mom and pop street vendors, last week, I think it was, and just seems to be like a little bit disconnected from what the real issues are here. So Andrew, if you're listening, I sincerely mean this from the bottom of my heart. I would love to talk with you, because if you have a chance to represent me, I would love to help you reprioritize. And until that happens, I'm just like, the only candidate that I'm really pushing right now is Dianne Morales, who I've met at protests.
We had her on. She came on the show.
Oh, I'm so glad. She's lovely.
Yeah. So people should check out that interview. In our little library.
And Dianne is, look, I saw the numbers. I mean, she's got a lot of cash on hand now. So she's definitely got, and Semilis Lopez is working with the campaign now as well, I believe.
Yeah.
So there's some more of the BNC, alums that are getting on board. And listen, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I know people don't like to talk about future plans or anything like that, but if for whatever reason Dianne does not win the primary race,
this is his strategy.
She has got to run against Hakeem Jeffries, because I think that her name recognition will be big enough where she is the type of viable challenger in his district, because we all know that he's the one that basically is lying in wait until Pelosi decides that she's going to step away. And I think if there is an opportunity to get him, this is assuming, of course, that things don't work out.
He spends his free time planning these things for other people.
I would, you know what?
He has a plan.
Think of it this way. Mayor Pete is already planning 2028. He is already way ahead of everybody else in terms of what he's going to do. So I think we have to start thinking like they think and think, all right, well, we got to be strategic in terms of what we do. And I definitely think, oh, that's beautiful. So we got to put that up. Wonderful news. Yay. Dianne Morales is just endorsed by the Sunrise Movement. So that is, if you think that's not significant,
it's very significant.
That is significant, because that is the ultimate.
They put in volunteer man hours,
phone banking, text banking, and the like. That was the one endorsement that Jen did not get against Wasserman Schultz that I really wish that she did get, and I think would have made a huge difference in the outcome. Maybe not have won.
We digress.
But that, without question, for Dianne is tremendous.
That is
1,000%.
Yeah, she's amazing, and just the level of human that she is. My cat died in November, and she checked in on me to make sure, we know each other. I know she's she's been very busy, obviously, but the fact that she was like, "Are you okay?" and she knew that would really gut me. I'm even wearing a demon cat shirt, so you can't tell I love cats, but she knew that and she checked in on me. She's just so real. You've met her now.
Yeah, no, I think she's great. And I've said it many times. And I'm like you, and I like Andrew Yang, and I've spoken with him a few times, and I think he's very sincere, and I think he means well. And if I lived there, I would be voting for Dianne Morales.
But that is the beautiful part about having ranked choice voting.
And let's be very clear on that, people. That's a very important thing to know going into this.
And that is one of the mistakes that a lot of people
I would be her one and put him two. Yeah. That's what I would. what I
would
would do.
implore anybody to do that, because the one thing that New York City unfortunately has had since the days of Fiera LaGuardia, and this is going back 60, 70 years, is you basically have a party machine that runs New York City. Even when Giuliani and Bloomberg were mayor, there was the same problem. And this is something where having an outsider like Dianne, or even an outsider like Andrew, I think will have tremendous impact on what you'll be able to accomplish in the city.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of ranked choice. We don't have that option.
No, but we do think that we need to get that on the ballot here, and that's, and I think,
get it.
Yes, ballot
ranked choice voting.
Well, you'd be surprised. We almost passed jungle primaries here in Florida. Like, that's how, like, if you're able to get that going, and I think jungle primaries is completely nuts. But if you're able to even make that type of an impact, I can only imagine that ranked choice voting is something that, if we were able to get it on the ballot, probably would pass. But then again, we did pass a $15 minimum wage, and the Florida GOP does everything in their capacity to make sure that never comes to pass.
Every time we pass something, they try to undermine it with different legislation.
And like Jeff Brandes. And not only do they try to undermine it, but when I tell you the Florida GOP is cut from a completely different cloth,
you can't understand.
They purposely go after the most vulnerable with their legislation. Like, if you had any idea what they
and it's like our Dem reps are always just playing defense.
Yeah.
They are.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.